Question for Coach.
Brad, a lot of people are talking about how great this defense is. How do you keep them motivated, and what are you trying to get them to still improve upon?
Oh, we got a lot to fix. So we're a long way from great. We've had a couple of solid games at this point, but it's one quarter of the season, and this season is no different than a game, and that's how we equate it. I mean, you can play one good quarter. You got 3 quarters left, and so we've got the same. We're just entering quarter number 2 right now, and we've got to correct the mistakes that we've made over these first 3 games. Highlight what we've done well. Try to continue to make more of those plays, so we can play better football.
Because the shutout was on the line, were those late drives maybe even more valuable for those backups you got in than just normally in a blowout game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would say that those young guys got to feel a little bit of pressure on their shoulders more than maybe in some other situations in the past that we've had. So no, I think every rep's valuable. To say they're more valuable, I don't know, but I think there was a little bit more riding on it, and I think they understood that for the most part. But no, any rep's a good rep, whether it's in practice or whether it's in a game. So.
Khalil Saunders is a guy who started kind of inside, and he's been playing a lot more out. What does he do well out there, and how have you seen him improve?
Yeah, he has a little bit more comfort level, sort of on an edge on the outside. Everybody sort of, whether you're a linebacker, whether you're a D lineman, from a vision line, from just from a preference, some guys like different areas. Like, he likes it outside. He likes having a little bit of air. He's athletic enough to handle it out there, to the field. We've seen him be able to chase quarterbacks and ball carriers. So that's something he does really well. He needs to continue to be violent and strike with his hands consistently. But no, it's been a good move for him out there. Again, that's part of the growth process, is finding which position ultimately is the best. And when you talk about guys like Justin or Josiah or Dion, like they like bodies around them. Like, that's where they're most comfortable. And so you got to find the best areas and the best positions for those guys.
So when you're building a defense in this day and age, how valuable is it, back-to-back years you get a guy like Jaquez, a guy like Kedron, guys that have played a lot of SEC games?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to me more important than experience, and not just plays, but quality experience and understanding and knowledge, and that's what we're blessed with right now. We're blessed with a veteran group that not only has played a lot of snaps, so quote that experience, but they understand football, they understand scheme, they understand adjustments, and it allows us to go into halftime and get things changed that aren't working. And when you have those kind of guys in your locker room, it makes a huge difference.
We talked about the importance of those safeties and what they were doing. When you lost Jalen, how well has Jordan stepped in to the position and the things you're asking him to do?
Yeah, he stepped in, and I think he's doing an admirable job. Is he where we ultimately want him as a player? No, but he's not where he'd want to be, and we wouldn't expect that. I mean, again, this was going to be a year for him to sort of ease himself into the defense and sort of take a little bit of a learning role, and now he's been thrust into a starting role. He's embraced it. He works hard every day. When he makes a mistake, he doesn't take the coaching personal. He takes the coaching, he takes the medicine, like Coach always says, and he tries to correct it for the next play. So proud of him in that regard, but we need to continue to move him along as quickly as we can.
Is Northern Illinois any different, whether who's at quarterback for them?
No, I think their identity's rooted in who they are, and they're a tough, hard-nosed football team. I think their O-line is really They play really well together. They do a nice job moving people off the ball. They do a good job of being able to run pin and pull schemes. The running backs do a nice job setting up blocks. They run hard. The receivers, they make the necessary plays in the pass game. When they get a chance to break free, like they did against Vandy, they can score a big one, so you got to be mindful of that. They're very willing blockers in the run game, so they're physical, they're strong, they play with a tough mentality. And those teams are always hard. They really, to get the guys, ready for the physicality and the soundness of that. It doesn't always come off, in practice. But I think the guys have a great understanding just watching film about the challenge they're in for.
When he was at Ole Miss, Keeter moved around a little bit in different positions. When you all were looking at him in the portal, what made you confident he could play corner specifically in this defense?
He played it, his first couple of years, primarily at that spot, and we were very comfortable with him out there, and knew his football character, knew his personal character once we got into that process, and so then felt comfortable that he could do it, and he's proven us right.
You started out speaking about there's lots of room for improvement at the second, third, and fourth quarter of the season, so to speak. Is there a general area right now you'd like to see?
Yeah, you know what? I think for me personally, there's been been some explosive plays that have gotten out, and we need to be able to limit those. It's something that we take pride in. The screen that got out, the first play, and they had the one-on-one ball. And listen, I understand it's football; those plays will happen, but we do not just brush it off and say, "Hey, listen, they just happened." Like, we take those personal. We go into every game trying to minimize or limit, all explosive plays, no matter who you're playing. So we've got to get those cleaned up. Obviously, we'd still like a few more turnovers. We had our hands on a couple of balls. A couple didn't go our way, but again, keep giving the offense the ability to have some short fields. That's our job. And so we need to continue to get better at that.
You lost JJ during the game. Where this week you've got a week to prepare, where you're probably not going to have him. Does that change your approach at all?
No.
Everybody good? All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.